Hey guys, Johnny Jidoka here with another video. I didn't think that I would be able to talk about this topic, um, but it's something that's been bothering me for quite some time. First of all, I want to apologize for the lack of uploads. Life has been overall going really well, so I haven't been needing to vent on social media about how I feel. But with that, I've been dealing with some issues internally that I haven't been able to resolve, at least yet through therapy and talking about it and finding ways to express myself. It all started with um, dreams. So, when I was in high school, there was well, let me back up. So, when I was in elementary and middle school, I was bullied a lot by girls. It was very emasculating. I was small, unathletic, unpopular, and the only Asian kid in the private school that I was at. So one of the things that was a struggle for me was feeling like girls could like me or that I wouldn't be humiliated by them. And so for a long time, I felt that I couldn't get attention from girls that was positive because I was the odd man out. So whenever I went to middle school, I went to a public school. And whenever I went to that public school, I still didn't get any attention from girls. I was bullied a little bit by the kids in band, and it felt like I didn't belong. When I was in public school in my eighth grade year, I received an award for being like an outstanding member in the band. I used to play trombone growing up, and usually the award would be given to someone in the top band, but I got it even though I was in the second band because of my hard work, being able to walk to school every day at 7:30 and practice and be diligent and be an example for the rest of the band community at our school. And so that was the first time I even got noticed by girls was they're like proud of me and they were showing that they were impressed by my hard work and stuff. So as got older, went to high school, I started to develop an interest in this one girl. I'm gonna try to keep names out of it, obviously. Um, but she was one of the first people I fell in love with. I I don't know really how it happened. I don't know really how or why I fell in love with her. I just was I was just captivated by her and her friendship. We spent a lot of time together as friends, and um, whenever I got sick with mental illness, it impacted our friendship. So I remember I was in a hospital. This must have been like 13 years ago. Um, and I was in a hospital, state hospital in Terrell, Texas, and I was there for 45 days. And one of the things you could do was you could have a weekend pass where you got to go home, but you had to go back to the hospital. So I had written a letter to this girl, basically expressing that I wanted to be in a relationship with her, but I wasn't ready because I was trying to work on my mental health and everything. So I did that, and I went to her house, and she came out, and we talked for a bit. And I have never kissed a girl. I've never had that experience before, but she held my hand as I read this letter to her, expressing how I felt about her and how much she meant to me. And it was in that moment I felt like I was in love. But as time passed, as I came back to school, the back home, um, things changed. She ended up dating someone else, and I was really confused and angry. Even though she had the right to choose whoever who wanted to date, I realized that I can't control who she dates. That's not right. but I felt like I was betrayed because I had expressed her to her my feelings and I wanted to date, but I was gonna wait. So there were times whenever I would see her in school and I couldn't even make eye contact at all, like at all. And slowly and slowly, things got more separated. I tried calling her home, calling. This is when I was like starting to get back into my peak of my bipolar. I called her boyfriend, I called her parents, I called her, I messaged her frequently, even after we graduated. She ended up joining the military and and married someone from the military, and it just broke me because I felt alone. I felt like the only thing that could save me in my life was a relationship, and I was just utterly heartbroken. So one of the things that started happening, and this has happened since I was 16, and it hasn't stopped. Maybe there are periods in time where this might have not been as prevalent, but I would have dreams about her constantly. Like since I was 16, I remember the very first dream I had about her was she came home from soccer practice and I was excited to see her, and her dad was mad that she was talking to me. That was the first one. I've had dreams about her ever since. A lot of the dreams follow a similar pattern of us being in the band hall and her seeing me and being happy to see me, but she either wouldn't say anything or I would wake up just as she was saying that she liked me or loved me or whatever. So the dreams that I had were never sexual in nature, they're just very nostalgic. And then I had a dream yesterday about her that was really upsetting because of how much nostalgia this created in me. So last night, when I slept, I dreamt that I got connected back to this girl, and she decided that she was going to divorce her husband. She had a kid, and she doesn't have children as far as I know. But in the dream, she did, and she was expressing that she wanted to start things with me, and this is what also part of like my insecurity with jujitsu is that I just feel like I can never win the tournament. I just don't have it in me. And in the dream, I was at a jiu-jitsu tournament and I got gold. And so I would tell her this, and she would be proud of me, and she would just be open to me and talk to me about her struggles, her fears, her worries, and she was crying, and I was just there to support her, and people recognized that she was wanting to be with me. On a tangent, I was in a relationship with a girl. This past spring, we ended up breaking up because of her borderline personality disorder and how she felt about certain things. That bothered me because I felt like I was doing all the work and she just freaked out. And I understand part of it was her borderline, but it was the first time I actually had a relationship and I thought I was doing a good job, and I guess it wasn't enough. So overall, I was really disappointed when I woke up because that is not reality. The reality is that she's off somewhere in the military doing her thing. And I know that if there was like any chance of us connecting, I would fall in love with her again. And I don't think I've actually been able to get over that in particular. I always feel like I'm never going to get the closure that I want because she just stopped responding to my messages, and she doesn't use social media very often, and even recently she doesn't have a Facebook anymore, and she doesn't seem like she uses some social media apps as often as other people. So I was just I know she cared about me as a friend and maybe not as a partner, but it was just really frustrating dealing with those dreams because like I still like in a sense have feelings for her or feelings for that nostalgia of like being in love and having that heartbreak was just along with the bipolar, the schizoaffective, the OCD, the the times where I went absolutely psychotic during COVID, it broke me. And I don't want that to happen again. I guess this part is for this specific person. Um, I don't know where you are or what you're doing with your life, but know that I'm sorry for hurting you. I'm sorry for if I violated any boundary. I was really, really sick. I was really, really not in a good headspace. And you had the right to create distance because I wasn't healthy. And I also understand that while we were in high school, that was probably the best move you could have made. I'm sorry. I hope your life is amazing. I hope you're doing well. I hope you and your partner are doing well. And wish nothing but the best for you. So, with that being said, it's been really hard for me to feel like I can even be in a relationship because she was a really good friend to me. And people talk about like friend zones and blah blah blah. The whole friend zone argument is very misogynistic. It implies that if you do nice things for a girl, and I'm talking about boy, males to females because this is the normal rhetoric when it comes to that, that they owe you a relationship, and that's not true. Just because you do nice things for a girl, just because you do all these things to help her or make her fall in love with you doesn't mean that they have to fall in love with you. That's their decision. They should have the freedom to choose whatever path of friendship or relationship they want. And friend zoning is very misogynistic in nature. So I thought that I was in the friend zone for a long time. Then I realized that there was probably things that I didn't know that she was dealing with that might have influenced her decision to cut off contact. And one thing I learned in therapy is that closure doesn't always come in a nice, tightly gifted package. Sometimes there is no closure, and you have to find closure within yourself. And that's been something I've been struggling with. And one of the reasons why I've been staying single is because I haven't closed that gap yet. I haven't gotten that closure yet, and I need to talk to in therapy with my therapist about how I've been feeling about that. So I hope this video for anyone who is single or lonely or in a toxic relationship know that you are worthy of love, you're worthy of safety in a relationship, you're worthy of being respected in a relationship. And I know that having mental illness can make things complicated in relationships, but know that no one owes you anything if you're in a relationship. No one owes you if you're going through something and they help you and you expect something out of it. No, it's their choice to help you, and it's your responsibility to communicate your needs and not expect things out of them that are unrealistic. So I was expecting her to cure my mental illness by being in a relationship with her. I thought love would fix it. I had to love myself first. I was very overweight around the time that I was spending time with her and going through mental illness because of the medication. And I realized that I didn't love myself. And so a lot of hard work in the gym, a lot of hard work in therapy, a lot of hard work going to hospitals and getting medications figured out. But ultimately, you gotta love yourself before you love someone else, and I feel like I'm doing a better job of doing that. I think one thing that can help with heartbreak is just being productive, do something creative, um, spend time developing a skill, um, go to school, get a job, something, something to invest yourself. Because if you don't invest in yourself and you want a relationship, it's gonna result in more stress and heartbreak. So I just want to thank y'all for listening to me as I rant in this long video. But know that you're loved, you're cared for. You deserve all the love in the world, but know that a lot of it all of it has to come from you. You have to love yourself. You have to choose love and know that sometimes you don't get a nice, neatly packaged answer. You have to find closure within yourself. I still haven't found closure yet. I will say that for sure. But, anyways, that's something I'm working on. So, thank you so much for watching my video. Um, I know uploads haven't been consistent. I've been trying to figure out what to make on this channel. Life has been really good, honestly. Life has been a really, really, really smooth. Um, my fitness has been good. My mental health has been good. I've been out of the hospital for I think about over 3 months now. That's the longest it's been in a very long time. So I've been doing good. Been working on jujitsu, just training a lot, drawing, making art, making content, and it's been great. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you liked it. Let me know what your stories are in the comments of love and heartbreak and self improvement. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.